The internet is one of the most powerful tools of our time. It's an open access resource for quite literally anybody to use to do anything, which is a great thing until you consider who exactly has access to these online spaces. Imagine a young child sitting and playing on their tablet, laughing and watching their favorite cartoon on YouTube. Then, all of the sudden, the next video to autoplay isn't so fun and innocent. It's violent, graphic, and scary. Now imagine the damage and emotional turmoil this accidental moment could have. Unfortunately, this hypothetical situation is more common than expected. Minors are often granted unsupervised internet access without the consideration of who else may be online or what content they may be consuming. Unsupervised internet access is a growing and preventable problem, compromising children's safety, mental health, and development. Many people my age grew up with access to the internet. I have memories of playing online games with my friends or browsing funny videos on YouTube as a young kid. But alongside these fun memories, I have memories of stumbling upon content that was not suited for a young child. This is not an original experience, as many others could recount similar experiences growing up. And unfortunately, the dangers of the online world have only increased. Hi, my name is Riley Guillory, and today we'll go over how the internet exposes children to damaging content and predators, how it affects minors' mental health and development, and what we can do to eliminate these risks through parental controls, education, and advocating for policy changes. Harmful content is easily accessible online, even through spaces that are safe for minors. YouTube Kids is a popular platform that many parents trust. The website allows for content creators to upload videos marked as kid-friendly. While the platform is good in concept, the system can be easily exploited due to poor moderation. According to an article by Jessica Balenza-Tughi in 2019, the ElsaGate controversy on YouTube Kids highlights how a seemingly safe platform can expose children to explicit content. Many creators are able to easily exploit the platform's moderation by producing inappropriate content using popular children's characters, such as Elsa from Disney's Frozen and Spider-Man. This content completely breaks the trust parents place in the platform and is extremely unregulated, displaying a need for better content moderation and parents to be aware of the content their child consumes to ensure online safety for minors. Not only that, but predators are able to target minors through various platforms, including social media and gaming platforms. One of the biggest examples is Roblox, a popular gaming platform that caters to a wide range of players, but has a main demographic of children, and claims to have moderation that keeps Roblox a safe space for everyone. But it has become an increasingly prevalent issue that predators are able to bypass Roblox's moderation, creating inappropriate and often sexual avatars, games, and even contacting minors for malicious purposes. As someone who grew up playing Roblox and has a young sister that is still very active on the platform, I have naturally spent a lot of time on Roblox over the years. From personal experience, it is disturbing how common explicit content is on the platform. When playing seemingly innocent games, it's not unusual to come across avatars that are extremely sexualized or even openly explicit to attract attention. Many games, despite Roblox's terms, contain sexual themes that are open for all players to access, including minors. Even more concerning, there is an extremely prevalent community for online dating, with many of these players disregarding age when communicating and searching for partners through the chat and friend system. Roblox is not just a gaming platform, but an environment filled to the brim with both minors and inappropriate content, highlighting a desperate need for increased moderation and parental awareness of the spaces that children are in. Not only can minors be exposed to inappropriate content online and predators, but unrestricted internet access can negatively impact minors' mental health and development. Social media encourages unrealistic beauty standards, leading to anxiety, depression, and even body dysmorphia. Minors browsing on social media are met with an endless number of influencers with perfect bodies, unattainable looks, and enticing lives to compare themselves to and fall short on. The U.S. Surgeon General reports that minors who spend over 3 hours on social media daily are more likely to experience mental health issues, including but not limited to body dysmorphia, depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. This is especially prevalent for young girls who face more pressure to conform to beauty standards. This is extremely concerning, as many young users spend much more time than 3 hours on social media every day. Along with social media, cyberbullying is another consistent issue for minors online with devastating consequences. Unlike traditional bullying, cyberbullying invades every aspect of someone's life, leaving victims feeling trapped with no way to escape constant harassment. According to a review article published by Sharice Nixon, cyberbullying leads to extreme emotional distress and physical symptoms that can lead to life-threatening outcomes. Victims commonly experience loneliness, depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts, with 93% of victims reporting feeling extreme sadness and hopelessness. As often victims' bullies are anonymous, victims experience heightened fear and stress, with physical symptoms like stomachaches, headaches, and difficulty sleeping to add to their suffering. As a result of this online cruelty, these victims are nearly twice as likely to attempt suicide when compared to their peers. The persistent online inhumanity has the power to absolutely destroy young people's lives and even end them, displaying an urgent need for minors to be guided, protected, and watched over carefully in online spaces. Unrestricted screen time can also interfere with children's cognitive and emotional development. Parents are increasingly relying on electronic devices as a digital babysitter, constantly reaching for iPads, tablets, and phones rather than other toys for their kids. But this excessive screen time often rewires children's brains. According to an article published on BMJ Open by Stiglick and Veneer, excessive screen time can have multiple negative effects on children's cognitive and emotional development. Effects include lower levels of physical activity, higher rates of obesity, disrupted sleep patterns, and an increased risk for depression and anxiety. Increased screen time also reduces opportunity for in-person social interactions and physical activities, which is extremely important for children's development. These effects are preventable, and it becomes increasingly obvious that steps must be taken to save minors from these detrimental, yet preventable effects of being overly exposed to screens. These risks are easily preventable through the use of parental controls and moderation. Utilizing parental controls ensures minors have limited access to inappropriate and harmful content. Many devices and platforms allow for parents to restrict certain features, apps, websites, and even screen time, but in order for these tools to be effective, they must be used. The website Internet Matters is a UK-based nonprofit organization that provides extensive resources about the online safety of children, including extensive guides for how to utilize parental controls on several different devices, social media platforms, entertainment and search engines, mobile networks, and gaming platforms, as well as guidelines for conversations for parents to have with their children about online safety. Policy changes such as age verification systems can help prevent child exploitation. Although new policies will not completely end minors' exploitation online, it will make it harder for minors to have access to certain websites and applications with proper age verification. Australia recently passed legislation to prevent children under the age of 16 to have access to social media through age verification systems, displaying a global concern for protecting minors from online risks. According to a report from the BBC, Ritchie reports that the goal of the policy is to reduce exposure to harmful content and to protect minors from online predators that commonly lurk in social media sites, and aligns with parents' desires for stricter government controls to protect young people. The only way to effectively protect children from the dangers of the internet are through utilizing parental control systems and advocating for policy changes. Unrestricted internet access allows for children to access damaging content and be exposed to child predators, as well as allow for children's mental health and emotional well-being to be put at risk. Allowing children to have unrestricted internet access is an unnecessary risk we cannot afford to take, especially when the dangers associated with unsupervised access are preventable. Minors deserve to be protected. The online world has no limits. It's vast, unregulated, and full of risks. Steps must be taken now in order to protect minors, for they cannot protect themselves. We must build the grounds for a safer and healthier future with the internet. The time to act is now. We cannot wait and let more children be exploited.